Before you ask, yes, the title is ragebait. I'm not trying to doom post, but it truly is confusing in this household, so I'll try my best to stay neutral. Like most games these days, Enfield 2 has a gacha system. While the characters are absolutely gorgeous, the system itself is quite complex, I guess. First off, we have the basics. Enfield has a total of 2 actual banners with a 3rd beginner banner for a limited time. You use Ourobarrel to convert into headhunting tickets to pull. 1 pull is 500 Ourobarrel, while 1 tenner is 5,000. In these banners, you only pull for characters, not weapons or materials no one needs. Pulling dupes is called the character's potential, which unlocks stats and art of said character, which you can display in your room in the Dujang. The limited banner is quite interesting. And yes, I will use graphics for this one to make it clear, and no, this isn't Cocomelon. For the limited banner, you can use limited headhunting tickets, which can be specific to the banner. This means taking Leviathan, for example, any Firewalker's Trail tickets, which seems to target her, converted or attained during events, such as daily login, will expire after the banner ends. Of course, there's also general limited tickets which you can pull with, which won't expire, but we'll get back to this later. The pity on this banner is a guaranteed 6-star at 80, and the featured guaranteed at 120 hard cap. This is still a 50-50, and soft pity does exist. It even is listed in the terms. However, quoting, in chartered headhunting, if no 6-star operators appear after 65 consecutive headhunting attempts, each subsequent headhunting attempt receives a plus 5% drop rate for 6-star operators. And here's the kicker, the drop rate resets to 0.8% once a 6-star operator has been headhunted, meaning if you lose 50-50, you very much have the chance to go up to 120. After you obtain the guaranteed feature at 120, you then only pull from the pool, meaning there is no more 50-50, and it is completely up to the gacha gods if you receive a Leviathan. Of course, we will get to this in a second, why this is semi-fair, but at 60 pulls, you do receive a free expiring 10 pull, and every 240 pulls, you receive a free token, which I suppose is potential, of the featured character. The banners work in a 1-2-3 out system. Again, with Leviathan as an example, feature number 1 is her on banner. After this one expires, Leviathan will end up in the pool of pullable characters of banner 2, which includes standard characters as normal, taking Ardelia as an example. Once banner number 2 with Ardelia expires, both Leviathan and Ardelia are now in the pool of banner number 3, taking Pog as an example. After the 3rd banner, Leviathan gets removed from the pool and won't be able to be pulled until her rerun. The standard banner, which uses basic HH permit, has a general pity of 80. It's the basic gacha standard banner after all. In this banner, you can pull a pool of standard characters, which are these for the 2nd beta, but might be changed. The beginner banner, called New Horizons Headhunting, uses special headhunting tickets only obtainable through progressing in the game, as of right now. However, you can still use Ourobarrel here, which I personally wouldn't recommend. Pulling a character rewards you with arsenal tickets and a potential or token of said character. This is where the more complex part starts and focuses mainly on the store as mentioned earlier. With Arsenal tickets, you can gacha and buy weapons. One box is 1,980 Arsenal tickets, 4 stars give 20, 5 stars give 200, and 6 stars give 2,000. Much like the limited banner, this has a guarantee and feature function. At 4 boxes, you get a guaranteed 6-star weapon, and at 8, you get the featured character's weapon guaranteed, or whatever featured weapon you decided to pull on. There is additional rewards though if you're going for refinement of said weapon, like how 10 boxes reward you with a special box to claim, which is a selector that doesn't include the featured weapon. However, at 18 boxes, you receive the featured weapon for free. This then repeats every 8 boxes after that. This gacha system is good for people who regularly pull characters. However, if you aren't pulling on that banner, chances are you cannot obtain said feature weapon unless you pull a lot on the standard banner. Now, that was the Arsenal exchange, but the game has 3 more currencies, which get a little more ridiculous as it goes on. Number 1 is the Bond Quota exchange. While you cannot buy a 6-star operator here, you can buy a limited number of expiring tickets, as well as an unlimited amount of the non-expiring chartered HH permit at a higher price. You obtain bond quota by pulling 5 and I'm not sure, 6-star operators. Number 2 is the AIC quota exchange. While pulling characters, once a character's potential is full, you will still receive potentials for them, which can be converted here. 4 and 5-star potentials are converted into AIC quota, with which you can buy certain materials. Number 3... well, while you cannot buy a 6-star operator or their potentials, you are able to buy weapons. However, much like the 4 and 5 stars, you will need to exchange a 6-star potential to obtain 10 endpoint quota, meaning you'd need 2 to buy a 6-star weapon. Lastly, actually buying OphisOuro is interesting as well. The screenshot is from the Chinese servers, so it may be different on global in the future due to certain laws, but instead of buying OphisOuro, you buy something called Origeometry, which you then convert into OphisOuro. This is also the currency you buy the 2nd level of the 3-tier battle pass with. 110 pull is currently around 67 Origeometry, so around 23 to 25 euros if converted directly from Chinese yuan. But what do you think about the system? Do you think it's justified with the quote-unquote free things and the 1, 2, 3 system we have? Or do you think they need to change something? Me personally, and I know I said I'd stay unbiased, I think they need to implement a similar system to Love and Deep Space, where actually buying the currency is absolute dog water, but you are able to buy cheaper packs of the expiring tickets. But do let me know your thoughts below. I hope you enjoyed and have a nice day. Bye bye.